So I want to start with your portfolio. You finally cracked and
Yep,
sold American Eagle,
I
which,
did.
if you recall, I was questioning that investment in our first episode of the podcast.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
so I want to know what changed. Why did you sell it now?
Well, first of all, American Eagle stock shareholders should thank me because I sold it and it's up another couple of dollars since I've sold it. I think over 10% since I've sold it. So I sold it after Ross and Gap reported earnings, and both of them beat. Both of them are retailers in the same industry, and they both beat estimates, which caused American Eagle to go up. A handful of percent. This is like the past week of American Eagle here
Oh,
in
wow.
this graph. So
Yeah,
um,
15%, 16%.
yeah, and then uh, yesterday, Urban Outfitters reported, but I had already sold by yesterday. So the reason I sold is because I don't know retail. It's out of my wheelhouse. And American Eagle got a pretty big boost just from Gap and Ross's earnings. And therefore, it just makes it riskier, right? So if their own earnings is not going to have a pretty significant beat, then it might have to give back all of this upside that it has just taken. So the upside has been based off of other people's results, and I'm a consolidate kind of person anyway, like investor. So I wanted to consolidate my investments. I had already traded in Google for Meta the previous week, and yeah,
So
so
you're found down to five stock positions, right? It's five stocks,
that's
cash,
right.
and Bitcoin.
Exactly. So I'm down to five, and in fact, like I can tell you exactly why I own the five that I do. I own Robinhood because it's the future of finance. I think that the next generation is going to all be on Robinhood, and as these as the sort of younger people start to inherit all of the finance of their parents and grandparents and so on, it's going to all funnel over to Robinhood, and these guys are executing on everything finance related and banking products very well. I'm not happy about their sort of betting systems, but that is also generating a lot of revenue. Um, I own Rocket Lab because the future of space is huge and it's going to continue to grow as the cost to access space drops. I think the uh, desire to put more things into space is going to only accelerate, whether it's communication satellites or science-based satellites or telescopes or even humans or missions to the moon and Mars and just even tourism can become a thing if the costs drop pretty significantly. So super bullish on space, and Rocket Lab is the only public company that is really focused on this area pretty well. And then Rivian, because future of cars is EVs and autonomy, and they're second to Tesla on both of those with just a ridiculously low, what is it, $20 billion valuation. So and this company is like up pretty significantly today as well, up 4%. Meta, because um, so Meta is my fourth largest position, and the reason for that is because it's on par, in my view, with Google and Apple and Microsoft in terms of like its capabilities and mind share, but it has the best fundamentals, meaning like Meta's PE is only 22. It has a faster, relative to Apple, Google, and um, um, Apple, why am I drawing Microsoft, whose PEs are all in the 30s. So it has a significantly lower PE. If it just got the same PE as those three companies, it would already be $1,000 stock. So that's pretty. That makes Meta pretty ridiculously cheap, in my opinion. And then its revenue growth rate is actually faster than all three of those companies. It's 21% relative to Google at like um, 13%, and Microsoft is growing at an even slower pace. So, and Apple is like 6% annualized growth. So uh, that's the reason I own Meta,
Wait,
and then
for
Bumble.
Meta, what's the so? for Robinhood, it was the future of finance. Rocket Lab, future of space.
Oh,
What's Meta's,
Yeah,
future?
so it's like AI and AR, so augmented reality, which the glasses, I think it is going to be like we're going to want to have 24/7 access or close to it while we're awake to access to AI. And ideally, we want to have that access in a heads up display with mics and video that can like listen and watch what we're watching so that it can give us feedback on all of those things. And phones can't technically do that because they're in our pockets. So I do think that the future is some kind of augmented reality glasses, and Meta is on the forefront of that as well. So when you combine augmented reality with AI, then the combination of the two, I think I'm pretty excited about. And like that has zero revenue for them so far. They've just been in R&D, or zero is in a rounding error, hundreds of millions of dollars relative to their
Right.
200 billion run rate. Um, but they've been spending a ridiculous amount, tens of billions of dollars per year on research and development in that area. So they're way ahead of everyone else in this field. So that makes me pretty excited. And then Bumble, of course, I discovered these guys because of the value, which so far has been a value trap, meaning that the company is significantly lower than the average price that I bought it for. But my bet here is that Whitney can turn this company around. Dating and love is something that's universal and is going to continue to be wanted and needed. So if she can crack this nut for the next generation, you could have a Bumble that actually grows as a company with AI built products, and they could also venture into other products for women. So I think the future of dating, Bumble is in a pretty good position to potentially figure that out. It's not a solved problem. It is an issue for all of the companies in this space, but Bumble in particular is exceptionally cheap, which is what is attractive about it for me. So yeah, those are my five holdings now, and then my largest position, of course, being cash is the other.